I'm getting the message that someone is circling orbit and wants to come back in. So let's see who this person is and what they're going through. Someone you might have felt abandoned by. You're sensing a lot of resistance in this connection, and maybe you consider yourselves as broken mirrors. Maybe you're feeling a bit heartbroken by what has happened. I feel like this person's coming slowly but surely. I feel like, let's say you were the center of this universe. This person is circling around you like the sun. This person was going through a lot of heart fog. Okay, but they've recently received clarity in the situation. Okay, but because of the mistakes that they've done, it's caused them a lot of sorrow. It caused you a lot of sorrow as well. So I'm seeing an apology coming in and new beginnings. I can't make this up, guys. This is amazing. I'm getting goosebumps. Like, family. Maybe you're planning on having a family with this person. Maybe you already have children or they have children. It's coming, guys. Let's get some more details with the Cosmic Insights deck. Maybe some astrological signs. If I see the confession, communicate, this is coming in like very quickly. I feel like it's going to be more of like an impulsive decision. Like they've already made up their mind, but something's like holding them back. Key detail is pregnancy. So either somebody has children or you're planning a future with this person, or in your mind you're like, this is my person. I see myself growing together with them. There is a detail about sexuality. Maybe somebody still figure themselves out, which is quite normal, but it says caution, so please find out more information before you start like investing. So when this person comes back in, make sure that they're coming in for the right reasons, basically. Okay. So maybe you thought this person had like narcissistic tendencies. Doesn't mean that they are a narcissist, but sometimes like people are just like too full of themselves, and maybe you might have considered that this is what they were. Doesn't mean that they are. Maybe they were just too self-absorbed, basically, to like carry about your feelings, and they were too worried about like what they were doing, and like neglected how you were feeling. But I'm seeing a lot of cycles here, so you probably felt like every time this person would come in, they would just leave as quickly as they would come in. You probably started catching on to like some patterns in your dynamic, but you felt like it's fate, basically, the reason why you met this person. But it says open up your heart, so it'll help you attract more love. Okay, so you're probably in this point of your life now where you find yourself more magnetic. You've probably let go of this situation, but still hold some place in your heart, okay, for this person to come back in. Let's get some more details with the pop cards. See what comes out. There's a lot coming out. Okay, let me just take a look quickly. So this dynamic is protected from above. Okay, so maybe you feel like spiritually, like you've received the clarity that you needed. You feel like you're protected from this situation. Like you kind of moved on a bit, but you're still holding out a bit of hope for this person. But you feel like maybe the obsession of this person wore off a little. Okay, so this is another third-party situation. Maybe I'm picking up on the same person. There was a commitment, but in this commitment there was infidelity. Whether it was infidelity towards you or towards maybe a person that they were with. But recently there's been a fatal blow in this connection. So either because you found out there was a third party in your dynamic, or that you were the third person and that's completely ended now and you just don't have an idea, okay? But because of this third party, they've been caught. So there's a lot of condemnation on their side. Basically, the people who found out about the third party let's say there was like external like third party influences like family, they're kind of being put under a microscope at this point, and probably there's like a lot of conflict. Whoa, I just got chills. Some card, I'm going to tell you what card came out when I got chills. Twin flame. Okay, so you probably thought this person came into your life for a specific reason. You've been growing, learning lessons. This person's been coming in and out of your life. Like the classic twin flame dynamic is how you pertain yourself to be. This person was focused on a lot of material like 3D matters and avoiding like the spiritual connection between you two. And they probably like got rid of this connection because they felt safe like elsewhere. But now that that other situation's like been blown up, basically, this flew out. It's a social mask. So they're hiding their true self. So they were hiding their true selves from actually like the other side and not with you. You felt like they were authentically themselves with you. Maybe you felt like you were able to like lower your guard basically when you were with this person, and they were able to do that as well. So I'm going to pull some tarot to see some more key details of the dynamic, maybe flesh out a story of like what's coming up next, because I do sense this person coming back in to like talk. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh. So this person was disappointed about the outcome, but they're coming in with reciprocal give and take. So maybe they've also been disappointed on what happened with the connection that they had in the past. So maybe those long-standing connection that they had before you even got there, okay, let's be honest, that's ended. They're slightly disappointed about the outcome of that. But they're coming in, oh my goodness. Judgment is coming. Okay, so they've clarified like how they feel in the moment of the chaos that's surrounding the background. Okay, you're coming in with a fresh new beginning as an emperor. Okay, and they're about to give you an apology. They're about to pour their heart out basically to you and just be like, I made a mistake, I'm ready to move forward with this. Let's see what else comes out with the tarot. Oh, whoa. Here they come. So yeah, there was like some turbulent waters here. They're moving past that old dynamic basically, and that's you basically. So you're the spiritually gifted magnetic one. That's you, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands also shows themselves up at this as the third party as well. So most likely you are the third party and not the main party. But they're crawling back to you. Oh Lord. So they're basically fighting their intuition on this connection. They've been heavily burdened by what this connection also represented to them. You never left their mind, okay? So that's not the point. Like, don't feel like you were not chosen, or that's not the point here. It was more like they went to something that was more what they had more stability with back then, because like that's what they were just used to. Okay, so they are showing up like as a stable person, but they wanted to make sure before they came back in to give you a stable, grounded offer. Okay, so they are being shown here as a Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, so there's a lot of like old school, maybe you follow like they were more of like the date, get married, kind of like classic type of love story, and maybe you kind of don't fit that dynamic. And whoa, oh my goodness, here's your counterpart. They're also showing up as the King of Wands, so they're matching your energy. They're your direct counterpart. They're your twin flame. They're probably also a fire sign. You might be air or fire as well, or might just embody the qualities of a Queen of Wands. And also the Queen of Swords showed up, but it showed up with the Hermit. So you are taking time to yourself, maybe kind of like kind of staying inside more, doing less like social activities, maybe focusing on work, that type of thing. And they're actively like walking away from a situation. Okay, so the King of Wands is moving away. Let's see what else comes out. Wow. So even though they're disappointed with what happened in their past connection, they've manifested you. Okay, so don't think that they don't love you. It's just like being torn between two worlds, I think. The artist. Maybe you're focusing on like creative stuff. Maybe you are an artist or they are an artist or have some creative capabilities. Okay, so just take that as it resonates. But they've closed out a cycle. Okay, so that was the final card that came out. They're actively moving away from the situation. They've closed out a cycle and they're on their way back to you guys. So I hope this helped. Please let me know if this resonated and if your specific person came back. So this is your twin flame. I mean, you guys have like a thread. Like you can't cut that connection. Like no matter how much like cord cutting you do, like twin flame dynamic like stays with you forever. This person's meant to come back into your life for like lessons. Is it always union? No, but just use your discernment. Now you've finished some cycles out. Seems like you guys are more into like divine alignment. There is a possibility of reunion at this point. So let me know if that is your case, and I'd love to hear if you had any other comments and any other requests. So thank you for your time. I hope this helped, and I'll talk to you guys soon.